We're here for Week 7 of KHSAA high school football action. The homestanding North Hardin Trojans, led by Coach Brent Thompson, are welcoming in the Meade County Green Wave, led by Coach Larry Mofield. Both teams tonight come in with a record of 1-5, and both in desperate need of a win, and somebody's going to get a win tonight. We've just got about 5 minutes before kickoff. This is Paul Gray here with you tonight to call the action. I've got Jeff Noah alongside me here. We're trying to work out some technical difficulties so Jeff can be on with us this evening and help me with the call of the game. But we're going to go ahead and get started this evening. We've got a great matchup again of area rivals. Again, North Hardin and Meade County, it's district play. District play starts tonight for the district. I believe it's Central Hardin is down at Barron County, so we've got some district action starting here, and so these games count. These games matter a lot to these teams. It's really important for these teams to get off to a good start in district play, give themselves good seeding, possible home football games for the playoffs. That's going to be really important for both of these teams tonight. Certainly, I know nobody here in Hardin County wants to travel down to Meade County for district action. That is one tough place to play. I've coached at Central Hardin and other places. I played here at North Hardin, and going down to Meade County, it is just a hostile and difficult environment. So these teams are playing, as you always do, for seeding and home field advantage for playoff games, and so we've got extra meaning behind this game. Interestingly enough, again, both of these teams are 1-5, so a little bit down. It's really kind of interesting to note here that this North Hardin squad has not had a season like this in a long, long time. Undefeated in the last two regular seasons, had not lost a game, only lost one game the year before. So in the last three regular seasons prior to this year, one loss. And this year record has run to 1-5. So it's been a very difficult season for Brent Thompson and his guys. Obviously, they have graduated an awful lot of good players. In fact, if you're watching on Saturday afternoons, the Kentucky Wildcats play, you'll see a couple of these guys in uniform, even in action. I know Octavius Oxendine is playing a big part on that Kentucky defense, and several others have been working really hard from this North Hardin squad. I think there's 4 total guys on that Kentucky squad from North Hardin here. So it's been kind of rough. It's been a tough transition for this North Hardin squad, struggling to get any continuity on offense and sometimes even defensively as well. Want us to look tonight, one of the key aspects of what's going on between these two teams is going to center on the quarterbacks. You say that a lot when you're talking about football, as it does center around quarterback play a lot, but especially tonight, quarterback number 12, Kyle Parker from Meade County, is a senior. He's a 3-year starter at quarterback. He did share time in his first couple seasons, but he has been the show for this ball club this year. 44 of 91 for 449 yards passing. He is also the leading rusher for this Meade County squad, with 67 attempts for 211 yards. Now, Meade County, interestingly enough, you need to know this. Officially, their record says 1-5. They haven't played 6 games. They've only played 4 games. This Meade County squad has had 2 COVID cancellations, and those go down as a loss on your schedule, whether it's your team that was experiencing the quarantine issues or the other squad. So they've had to go down a couple times to defeat when they were not defeated. So this is a squad who has fewer games under their belt than does North Hardin. North Hardin at the quarterback spot has 3-year starter Manny Wimberly, and at times Wimberly in his career has been spectacular. He's a really big man and throws the ball very hard. He's got a great arm, and he's struggled to connect some this year. He lost 6 senior wide receivers last year, and the connection has been difficult to make with some of his new receivers that he is throwing the football to this year. And so that has not been as effective. I think everyone was hoping Manny would elevate the play of all of those around him. It really has not happened that way. It's not that Manny has not played well. It's just that he is not able to do the things he's used to doing, which is really pushing the ball down the field with guys who are open and the dink and dunk passing game, hitting the slants, hitting the stick routes, the shallow routes. It just has not been something he's been able to do consistently so far this year. So that quarterback matchup is something to look out for and see how things go here. We've got a lot of other information to share with you as things get going tonight, but we are about ready to kick off. Meade County kicker is Carter McCoy, number 89. He is lining the ball up and ready to kick off. North Hardin wearing beautiful blue uniforms. I like the blue. They're looking good tonight. Sometimes those silver numbers are a little hard to see, so I will make sure I'm trying to figure out who we've got. Not sure who that is back deep to receive. It could be number 6, Quayshawn Davis. It is going to be a squib kick, and it is going to go out of bounds, and flag is thrown. And so we'll start off with North Hardin taking over at their own 35-yard line, I believe. 1st and 10 from the left hash. First and 10 Trojans at their 35-yard line. So Manny Wimberly will bring his troops to the line. You might want to keep an eye on number 75, Trey Alexander, is the right tackle, or maybe he's playing right guard, but big number 75 is one of the top prospects for offensive linemen in the area, along with guys like Andrew Hobbs from Central Hardin. So they actually will spot the ball at the 39, which is where the ball went out of bounds. Had it gone out of bounds down the field, it would have been marked at the 35, but since it did not get to the 35, the ball would be marked where it went out of bounds. The Trojans will start off in a pistol look. Manny Wimberly in the shotgun formation, back behind him there. That should be 22, David Boyd, who is the leading rusher for this squad with 387 yards. High snap. Wimberly handles, gives it to Boyd. Boyd straight ahead, running over guys. 11 yards on his first carry. David Boyd. So first down, out to the 50. They're to midfield already. North Hardin off to a good start, and we do believe they're going to be running the football quite a bit tonight. Trips formation to the right. Wimberly checking his wristband. 3-man front for Meade County. They're going to run it straight ahead again. I believe it's Boyd again, and this looks like about a 4-yard gain. And so Boyd off to a great start here. As I was just saying, traditionally North Hardin is about a 50-50 run-pass team. We expect to see them running the football a lot more tonight. Just to try to get something going here, get first downs, and they're off to a good start. 2nd down and 6. They're now in Green Wave territory. 3-4 with 4 deep front. They're going to throw the ball on the hitch route. It is completed. Good run after catch. Number 5 with the football, or is that 6? Number 6, Kayshawn Davis again, who is back deep. And Davis is going to pick up about 13 yards. Actually, it's going to be 15 yards, another first down there. So Wimberly is going to complete the pass, give them a first down. We have not faced a 3rd down yet here. The Trojans, another quick hitch to Davis again is going to be another big gain, 8 or 9 yards. So they are going to try to keep it simple and complete passes. Again, there have been some problems with drop passes and just not being able to connect on some of those kinds of simple routes. And so they've obviously worked on that, and they're going to go to one of the most reliable guys. Quayshawn Davis is a phenomenal athlete and player. Going to go straight ahead to Boyd on 2nd and 2. Ought to be a first down for the Trojans, about a 4-yard run. And so the Trojans looking good on this first drive. 2 completions, three runs. So after the 4-yard gain, the sticks will move. They are to the 19 in the red zone now. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. 9:58 to go, just 2 minutes in, and the Trojans threatening here against this 3-4 defensive look. Quick screen to Davis again. They're going to go all Quayshawn Davis running away from tacklers. Touchdown, Trojans. Wow. I'm sorry, that was 9. Sean Boykins on that 19-yard touchdown catch to Boykins. So it's 6 is Quayshawn Davis, and 9 is Boykins. So Boykins and Davis getting this Trojan squad off to a great start here. 3 for 2 easy, Jeff says. Absolutely. Davis catching a pass, as well as a couple to Boykins there. It'll be Caden Logsdon on. Very reliable kicker for the Trojans. The ball's down. Kick is on its way, and it's good. Caden Logsdon, I believe, is a senior now. And that will make it 7-0 Trojans, 9:47 to go. So an early lead, a very impressive drive. Caden Logsdon, again, is a senior this year. He's been doing this since he was a freshman, and they've got a very reliable kicker in Caden Logsdon. So good series. 3 for 3 passing for Wimberley. A couple of hitch routes, a bubble screen for the touchdown to Sean Boykins. And when you see guys catch the ball that well, and when you see guys run after catch like that, you kind of wonder. This is our first time, Jeff and I, seeing North Hardin this year. We were supposed to call North Hardin John Hardin, and John Hardin had some quarantine issues, and that game did not happen. And so it's the first time seeing him. When you see a drive like that, you're like, how in the world could they be struggling so badly?
Unbelievable. I mean, everything was clicking. Running game opens up, passing game, it loosened everything up. It was sweet.
And it really looks like that Meade County's playing back with that three-man front, and they're going to give up the run. Jabari Rashid is the kicker on kickoffs there. He's going to knock it into the end zone. Number 15 for the Trojans will do the kickoff duty. So Jabari Rashid knocks that into the end zone. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Meade County Green Wave from the 20. We'll get our first look this year at Kyle Parker. We've seen Kyle Parker for many years, but first time this season in 2021 we'll lay eyes on him. There are some impressive-looking guys on this Meade County squad, a couple of good-looking receivers. Lawson King is a big kid, number 13. He's out here to the right of Kyle Parker. Nolan Hubre, number 6, has also been a very reliable target. Running back Jacob Pike, number 27, is expected to see a lot of action running the football. And that's who it'll be on first down. Nothing there. Oh, wait a minute. Woo! Kyle Parker. Yeah, several of the fans as well as this announcer thought that the ball was given, and we had read option on the play, inside zone read look, and Parker pulls the ball, and he's going to pick up 12 yards. So Parker, again, is the leading rusher for this team, as well as being the guy to pull the trigger in the passing game. Trips formation to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Parker and Pike in the backfield. Looks like a basic 4-4 or 4-3 look for the Trojans straight ahead. That's Pike. It looks like he'll pick up maybe 3. So Pike's first carry of the game will bring up 2nd down and 7. .8:44 to go here. Meade County with 1 first down on their first play. A good pickup on first down here. Ball is at the 37-yard line. Motion by Hubre across the formation. It is given. Breaks the tackle, but he is stuffed. Maybe a yard there after the original contact. Pike kind of moved it back. Chain did not go really. The down marker didn't really go anywhere. I don't know if that was number 50, Ethan Johnston. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Oh, maybe Ruggiero, number 50 for North Hardin there. One of the returning defensive linemen. A.J. Ruggiero has been a big factor for this defense for several years. They're going to throw the quick slant, trying to get the ball to number 18 there, Levi Stull. And that pass is incomplete, so they tried to clear it out with the other receivers in the trips formation and run the slant underneath. Nothing doing there. So with 7:52, the clock stops with the incomplete pass. It's 4th and 6, and Meade County will have to go into a punt formation look here. Trying to see who's back deep for North Hardin. I believe it's Krayshawn Davis, number 6. I believe the punter is McCoy, number 89. No, it's 21. Ball kind of kicked off the side of his foot. Number 21 is Jace Bevan, and Bevan kicks the ball away. And whether or not that's just a poor punt or if they're just trying to kick it away from Quayshawn Davis, which would be a good idea, didn't gain a whole lot off that punt. About a 24-yard punt for Bevan there. And so the North Hardin Trojans will have their second series of action. They'll take over at their own 34. Actually, the ball bounced out a little further than I thought it had. Still not quite 30-yard kick. Trips formation to the right. 1st and 10. Wimberley ready to receive the snap. Wimberley's going to give to Boyd. Boyd running off tackle there. Man, big yards. 9-yard gain for Boyd. Big number 65, Trey Alexander, leading him through. I thought it was 675. It is 65, is Trey Alexander. And he was leading upfield on the play. Again, trips formation to the right. Single receiver to the left. Looks like number 11, Devin Seeley, down to the left. Wimberley checking his wristband. They're going to go again that same direction. There is a penalty on the play. He did pick up the first down with a 3-yard gain. Looks like there will be a holding call on the front side of that play. Number 55, Damoni Taylor, was leading the play from his left tackle spot. That's just a sideline warning. So the 3-yard gain by Boyd will stand. It is a 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. So Damoni Taylor, left tackle, number 50. Boy, he looked good pulling around and leading that play. So against this 3-man front, they can do those kinds of things. Pull that athletic tackle and get him in front of the play. They are going to go play action screen this time. Number 18 on the catch. Skylar Coffey on the catch. That's number 10, actually, not 18. But about a 1-yard gain on the throw. But again, Wimberley at this point, 4 for 4 passing the football right now. And that's what they're looking for. The percentage has not been quite that good on the season, as he's under 50, just over 50%, 61 of 112 throwing the football. Another screen. This time it's Davis, number 6, on the screen pass. Down the sideline, dancing. He'll pick up about 12 and another North Hardin 1st down. Jeff is just saying it's hard to read those silver numbers, but that was 6, Quayshawn Davis. And so one of the things we talked about pregame, Jeff and I, was the idea that a lot of the throws that Wimberley makes are these screen pass throws. He needs to be completing a high percentage of passes because a lot of them are those easy, almost like run plays to the wide receivers where you're just getting the football out in space. Another quick throw that time. Wow, well defended. Number 6, Nolan Hubre, right there when the ball got there, and that was Boykins on the screen. Yeah, never had the football there. It was an incomplete pass, and the first incomplete pass of the night for Wimberley. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and that was read so beautifully by Hubre, who's playing outside linebacker out here. Number 6, against number 6, he was tackling. Well, actually, that time it was 9 Boykins he was tackling. 2 receivers to each side. It looks like Boykins and Seeley down here to the left. That's where Wimberley is looking. He's going to go to Seeley on the hookup on the sideline, right through Seeley's hands. So that is one of the things that we've heard. Again, we have not laid eyes on this North Hardin squad yet. So anything we're telling you about the past weeks is hearsay. And what I've heard is that they're dropping a lot of balls, and there's one right there. So we got one drop ball, which instead of being 3rd down and 4 is going to be 3rd down and 10. With the drop pass. Again, 3-man front for Meade County. They are going to bring a blitzer up in there. Number 50 giving chase. He's on Wimberley. Sack made. Number 50 is Ethan Johnston. Johnston came from his linebacker position. That is about a 13-yard sack. And so Wimberley could not get rid of the ball, couldn't find anybody open, and the blitzer came through free and clear. And when you only have a 3-man rush, and you've got 5 blockers up front, someone ought to be able to call out that blitzer and pick that up, but not able to do that.
Up about probably 50 pounds, had about 8 inches.
Absolutely. Johnston is way smaller than Wimberley, but did a great job making the tackle. Punt is away. That's Logston doing the punting duties there. And ball is bouncing, and it is going to be downed at the 14-yard line. So it is 7-0 Trojans here. The home team is in front, 4:53 to go, and Meade County Green Wave will take over for their second series. They'll start off, and again, we're used to seeing Meade County be one of these run the football, slam the ball down your throat kind of football teams, but we're seeing all shotgun, trips, double wide receiver looks. Number 18, great throw by Parker. He hits number 18. That's Levi Stull. For about see where they're going to mark it. Looks like a 12-yard gain, first down for the Green Wave. So good throw. You can really see the growth of Kyle Parker there, making that kind of throw, running to your left. That's tough.
He's a good quarterback. He really has.
Jeff noting the mechanics and the athleticism of Kyle Parker. So impressive to see that. Really good throw. He's under pressure here. Gets it to Stull. Ball up in the air as it hit Stull right in the hands and could not hang on to it. So we're seeing a drop on each side. And Jeff, those are drive killers. You throw the football and hit a receiver downfield. You should be moving the chains, not setting up for second down and 10.
Right on the body, they should still catch him.
Absolutely. That was a pretty good throw there. The one Wimberley threw to Seeley was a little high, but it went right through the hands. We're going to look down the field this time. Oh, it's well overthrown. 20 yards overthrown. It looked like he was going for number 13, Lawson King. Again, Lawson King is about 6'2", 6'3". He's a big target out there, but that one was just heaved to no one in particular. So exactly. Yeah, truck, we've got just static and feedback in our ears. I can't wear these. So with 4:15 to go here in the first quarter, 7-0. It's third down and 10 after 2 incomplete passes. Under pressure again, gets the ball away, and Parker incomplete. I believe that was 6, Hubre, that he was trying to get the ball to. And so they'll turn it over on downs here, or turn it over. The guys in the truck, there's just a squealing, screaming noise in our ears.
They tried to run a new line. Now they just made it worse. I said, I'm sorry. I'm complaining to you. I know you can't do it. I said, but who's...
So Bevan punts it away, and the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 now. It looks like they're going to be spotting that at about the 22-yard line. So field position battle going back and forth here on the second series for each offensive squad. 3:59 here to go in the first quarter, and the Trojans will have their third series now.
Scored both times they've had it.
No, just one. Yeah. Drop pass on the second series by the Trojans kind of put them a little bit back, and then a big sack by Johnston. A little counter play inside. Boyd bouncing off tackles. He's in the open field. All the way up to the 49-yard line. Good run by Boyd. 27 yards. First down, Trojans. Great job, David Boyd. Now, the design of the play was deep motion, and they're faking the deep motion man looking like jet sweep, and then gave on the underneath handoff on the counter play. Lead blocker was the backside tackle. Two receivers to each side. We're going to see the hitch route there. And number 6, Quayshawn Davis, cannot handle it. Again, it hit him right in the number, and he let it get in on his pads, and it bounced right off. So perfect throw. Would have been at least a 4 or 5 yard gain on the hitch route. But that will be 2nd down and 10. Very important that you complete those kinds of throws, and unable to do that. North Hardin jumps offside. The tackle on the left there, 55, Damani Taylor, is kind of bobbed his head. Looked like he was about ready to go into a pass set there. So it'll be a 5 yard penalty and 2nd down and 15. Yeah, Jeff just saying you got to look the ball in. It's receiving 101, trying to run with the football before you've got it and letting it into your body instead of catching it with your hands. So 2 receivers to each side. Give straight ahead. Boyd with it. Good yards. Big run. 10, maybe 11-yard gain for Boyd. They are really running the football effectively. They're going to have to stick with the run here to continue that success. So 10-yard gain is going to bring up 3rd down and 5. They're now at the Meade County 45-yard line over midfield again. Threatening here. Need a big 3rd down and 5 pickup. 2 receivers to each side. Damani Taylor trying to get the call. Looked like they were going to some sort of freeze, trying to draw Meade County offside. They don't bite. Quick screen to the right side. The number 10 hit in the backfield. Oh, man, just short. 10, Skylar Coffey made the catch. Picks up 4 yards on the screen pass. It was a quick screen off of play action, trying to hold those linebackers. It'll bring up 4th and 1, and they are at the Meade County 41. They're going to go for it. They're under center here. Meade County doesn't look ready. Quick snap might get an easy pickup, and it is. When you've got a big quarterback like Manny Wimberly, a nice 4-yard gain for Wimberly on 4th and 1. No-brainer with Wimberly, the big quarterback, and honestly, Meade County never got set. They did not look ready. Didn't get to the line in time there. So 2:13 and counting here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Trojans from the 42-yard line of the Green Wave. 2 receivers to each side. Give ahead to Boyd. Boyd again running hard up inside. He's got good feet, really quick, and another 12-yard gain for Boyd. He's off to a great start tonight. 8 carries already for Boyd, and as Jeff just said, they are gutting this Meade County defense, and they are. And look how deep the safeties are playing. They are playing what looks like pass cover against a team that is, in fact, running the football very effectively right now. Give to Boyd again, why not? And again, they are just straight downhill on these guys. The funny thing is, Jeff, I don't understand what's going on out here. That's about a 7-yard game, maybe 6. I'll give Boyd 6. There's only 5 guys in the box. It doesn't even look like North Hardin is getting a lot of really good blocks. They're getting a couple guys blocked at the point of attack, and there's nobody else there. There are. There's natural gaps, Jeff said, because there's only 5 guys in the box. The outside linebackers are lined up over the slot receivers. And just, against a 5-man front, that's going to be easy. False start against North Hardin. Someone, I think, went down and then came back up. So bring up a 2nd down and 8 now instead of 2nd and 3. The guys up front right now are winning, and then the numbers game is what's winning as well for this North Hardin offense. They're going to throw again, the quick hitch again to the outside. They've got it anytime they want, it looks like. A great job on the outside. I think it's Quayshawn Davis, number 6. He's been playing the right wide out, whereas Boykin and Seeley are down here on the left. Coffey and Davis are out to the right. So 6-yard gain to bring up 3rd down and 2 as Davis has 4 catches already. He's got 41 yards on 4 catches. 3rd down and 2. Under center again is Wimberly with 3rd and 2. They've got to run the football just straight downhill. Tight bunch. He's going to give to Boyd at the same side as the bunch. And no problem picking that one up. About a 6-yard gain for Boyd, and that's about the shortest gain he's getting is about 6 yards at a crack. They are now in the red zone, are the Trojans, to about the 13 or 14-yard line of the Green Wave, and Green Wave are going to have to do something here. And as the clock winds down for the first quarter to end, we have North Hardin Trojans 7, Meade County Green Waves 0. Wait a minute. They've called a false start on North Hardin with 0.3 seconds to go here in the quarter, so maybe the quarter's not over, although both teams are acting like the quarter has happened. They're going to run the clock down now, the 0.3 of a second there. They have spotted off a 5-yard penalty. I think everybody here is confused. The only thing that could have happened is if one of the North Hardin linemen put his hand down on the ground in his stance and then picked it up and left, that could be considered a false start. If you are set, hand on the ground, and pick that up, then that could be an issue. But I don't know that I saw that.
I did not see that either. To me, it didn't look like any of them were down, but who knows?
Yeah, Jeff's just noting he didn't see anybody down either. So kind of a confusing turn of events here at the end of the first quarter. Sorry we didn't get to our sponsors read there. We were trying to figure out what's going on with the call here. It is going to bring up now a 1st and 15 from the 18-yard line. They had 1st and 10 from the 13. It'll now be 1st and 15 from the 18-yard line. And so the Trojans now a little, as we like to say, behind the chains, not quite in an ideal position. Again, short field behind the chains. Meade County defense here, a little bit of an advantage. See if they can take advantage of that. They so far have not done a great job stopping this North Hardin run. 2 receivers to each side. Boykin in deep motion. They're going to go down the field for the throw. Catch, touchdown, Trojans in the far corner. Good throw, Wimberly. Looks like it's Seeley, Devin Seeley, with the touchdown reception, 18 yards, and this Trojan offense is rolling right now. Number 11, Devin Seeley, making the catch, and again, Seeley had kind of a one-on-one look on the corner out there and used his height to go up and get the ball, so making a great play on the football here. That'll bring on Caden Logston to attempt the point after. The left-footed kicker here for the Trojans. Ball's down, it's up, and it's good. Caden Logston knocks it through. One of the better kickers we've seen here in the area. And we know Case Van Bleinberg from Central Hardin, but Case is brand new, and they haven't always used Case at this point. It looks like Logston is rock solid there for this Trojan squad. So with 11:54 to go here in the second quarter, Trojans 14, Meade County nothing. We were expecting to see a pretty close affair with 2 teams that are 1-5. Very similar head-to-head against Apollo. Owensboro Apollo defeated the Trojans 10-7, and Owensboro Apollo defeated this Meade County squad by a score of 29-20, so a 9-point win and a 3-point win. Again, you can't always get a good indication on what you're going to see based on comparative scores on common opponents. It's the only thing we've got really to look at these teams, and boy, it doesn't seem to be holding true at all right now, as this North Hardin squad is just dominating this football game right now.
They're looking a little bit like the North Hardin of old.
Yeah, Jeff's just saying they look like the North Hardin of the last couple of years. Looks like Stoll, number 18's got it around the outside. Lots of space. Just got the kicker to beat and knocked out of bounds. Great job, Jabari Rashid, 15. That edge got sealed off. Great job by Meade. You know, Meade County has a sideline return that has always been effective. We always struggled at Central Hardin when I was coaching there with these Larry Mofield coach squads to handle that kickoff return, man. They do something out there that gets the ball on the edge with a lot of efficiency. And he did hit it hard. He got there in a hurry, and they had that edge sealed. And Meade County will take over from the North Hardin 45-yard line, trips formation to the right, and they'll jump off sides. So we're here in week 7, and we've seen a couple of false start penalties against North Hardin, now a false start penalty against Meade County. Hopefully these guys will get things together here, but the ball will go back to the 50, first and 15 now, 11:45 to go here in the second quarter, and Meade County, again, putting themselves behind the chains here. Trips formation to the right. It's Lawson King 13 to the left. Jake Pike in the backfield with Kyle Parker. High snap. He's going to go quick slant over the middle. Gets it, I believe, to Hubre, number 6. Hubre, maybe just a quick seam or quick slant. He's got 11 yards, so good throw and catch that time for Parker and Hubre. They're going to give him, they're going to give him 11 yards on the catch. And so second down now and 4, so a big play for the Green Wave to get back in a position where they can have a chance to pick up a first down here. They're on the 39-yard line of the Trojans. Trojans bringing blitz, unable to get the ball given off there, but good option to have Kyle Parker, your leading rusher, to just drive straight ahead for 6 yards. He was going to give to Pike, but that did not work out. First down for Parker, 6-yard gain. He's got 2 carries for 12 and 6 yards at this point. And so Parker very effective when running the football. They've tried to throw the ball quite a lot tonight. They've got 6 attempts with 5 attempts with 2 completions at this point. 2 carries for Parker, 2 carries for Pike. And got some new folks checking into the game here. Lawson King will check out. 21, Jace Bevan checking in. Trips the left, blitz coming straight ahead to Pike, and they're going to drag him down there. That was number 31 for North Hardin making the tackle. Styles Goodman making the tackle for North Hardin there. So getting in the backfield from his linebacker spot. Goodman on the blitz hit that thing in just the right spot there. So 1-yard gain for Pike. Second down and 9. Ball at the 33. 2 receivers to each side. Pike to the left of Parker. And Trojans are bringing heat every single time. Wow, that should have been a big play. That was the right call, Coach. What they had there is both inside backers blitzing and the inside receiver running a slant, but Stoll could not hang on to it, and that was a big miss because with no linebackers there, that was going to be at least a 10-yard gain. The safety was the only one with a chance to make the play. He may have made the play, but that could have been Levi Stoll standing in the end zone. But instead, 3rd and 9, again, 2 receivers. They are bringing those inside backers on every play in this 3-5 look that the Trojans are employing right now. High snap. Parker, play action. He's trying to run the football. He's going to pick up about 3. It'll bring up a 4th down. And they're spotting it back. He only got maybe 2. It's going to bring up a 4th and 7. So he took several shots there as they held him up and took a couple of shots at him there after the run. 4th down and 7, down 14-0. You are at the 31-yard line. They need to get to the just past the 25, almost the 24 for a first down. Trips left. You got to think they're going to be throwing the football here. Trojans look like they are playing some tight cover here, trying to take away those short throws. He's going down the field to Stoll, slightly out of his reach. So the Trojans hold on 4th down.
Parker did a great job of moving up in the pocket and getting that off. He just overthrew it.
So, yeah, as Jeff just said, he really did. Parker did a great job moving up in the pocket, finding some space in the pocket. Threw the ball to Stoll, and it was just a little high. Stoll got one hand on it, but could not bring it down. Let's looked like he had a couple of other receivers that may have had more of a chance. They were open down the field as well. 1st and 10 Trojans, and the flag is on the field, and we haven't gotten going yet. 9:08 to go here in the second quarter. And I think the Trojans are going to want to be 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. They seem to work well out of that 1st and 15, Jeff. Apparently. I don't know what's going on here. So instead of starting from the 32, they'll start from the 27 now, 1st and 15. They need the 42-yard line for a first down. 2 receivers to each side. It's Coffey and Davis on the bottom here. They're going to go straight ahead to Boyd, breaking 2 tackles, 3 tackles, dragging people along behind him. Looks like a 6-yard gain for Boyd.
He's a tough kid. He's not big, but he's tough.
Yeah, he is a tough kid. Dragging guys, bouncing off of tacklers. He's got great feet. He runs low to the ground. Great balance. He has all those attributes that a really great running back has. So that's exciting to watch. Again, it's just a 3-man front for this Meade County squad, and they're paying for it right now. And Boyd's going to continue to make them pay. And there's another flag down. I think we're going to have a holding call here. Again, it's Johnston helping to make the tackle. Also, number 54 was there to help make the tackle. That's Griffin Blair for Meade County. And it is holding against North, so that gain of 3, maybe 4, will be erased. And that ball will go backwards. Will remain 2nd down. I'm looking to see where they're going to spot the football. They're going to spot it at the 25. It's going to be 2nd and 17. They need to get to the 42 to 8:31 and counting here in the second quarter. And some mental errors rearing their ugly heads. Looking down the field, trying to go deep. He's got Davis one-on-one down the field. Davis with the catch. They're going to call an interference on the defense, but Davis is then going to spin the ball, and Davis is going to get a penalty called on him and it's Parker that was in coverage, and Parker's down on the field. He fell awkwardly, and so Meade County's Mr. Everything. He's up, but not feeling good. Got his helmet off, and I don't know what happened to him over here, but he fell kind of awkwardly. I don't know if it was a shoulder or head or what's going on, but he's going to have to come out for a play at least. But what a play by Quayshawn Davis. Again, deep down the field.
He was literally getting tackled while he
yeah. So that was basically a 42-yard gain. And then an unsportsmanlike conduct call against So that's Davis's 5th catch of the game already, and so Wimberley's having a great night throwing the football. 15-yard penalty, so 42-yard gain, 15-yard penalty coming back the other way, and the Trojans will have the football at the Meade County 47-yard line, 1st down and 10. So great play followed by, again, kind of a mental error, just celebrating a little more than is appropriate, I guess. 2 receivers to each side here. Wimberley taking the snap. He's going to go to Boyd again straight ahead. Good idea. Boyd's going to push pile. Johnston again helping to make the tackle. He's going to pick up 4. I think it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Okay. Number 3 on the tackle. Mason Brandon making the tackle along with 50 Johnson. So 3 Mason Brandon on that play as well. 2nd and 6. Long 6. They're calling it 7 here in the stadium. Boyd's going to switch sides. Looking down the field. Davis wide open. Nobody there, overthrown. And he did not hold on to it. So when you've got a guy open by 25 yards, you don't throw that ball down there and make him run for it. You can let him kind of jog under that thing. Not a good play by Manny Wimberley. He did. The safety bit on the corner route by the slot receiver, And there was no safety in the middle of the field. Davis was by himself. So that is a very disappointing outcome there as Wimberley overthrows Davis on a touchdown ball. 3rd down and 7 or 3rd and 6 here. Wimberley looking to the quick hitch, and that ball looked like it was thrown past. Number 3, Micah Parms, was the intended receiver there. And going to bring up 4th down here. I think they're going to go ahead and punt the football. They are at the 44-yard line of the Green Wave. And Caden Logston will come in to do the punting duties. 7:11 to go here. That's a very disappointing result for North Hardin. Let's see if Meade County can take advantage. I do see Kyle Parker back on the field here on this punt return play, so that'll be good for the offense that he's back out on the field. Should be 21-0 right now. That's true. Logston struggling with a low snap. Gets away a good kick. It's going to bounce hard. Parms is there. He's going to save that ball. Parms gets down and downs it at the 1-yard line. Great hustle getting down there. Great job getting a hold of the ball before it gets into the end zone. And so Meade County finds themselves 99 yards from a touchdown here. And they are backed up here. And the offense they're running right now, unlike previous Meade County offensive systems, is not as good coming out of the end zone here. A little dangerous, backed up, and you know North Hardin's going to be coming after him right here. You can bet you're going to be seeing blitz, big pressure in the face here, trying to make a tackle, a sack for a loss in the end zone and pick up the safety and possession. Incomplete. Ball going to Lawson King. From Parker, number 13, unable to corral the ball. So only 2 completions at this point for Kyle Parker. He's looked good on some throws, but they have not been able to hook up. He is 2 for 8 at this point, and they're going to have to be a lot more efficient to have any chance here. They've had a couple of opportunities. They had a slant route down here that might have gone for 6 if it had been caught, but not able to do so. Looks like a 3-deep look for the Trojans here down in their own territory. 3 down linemen up front. Parker's going to throw out of his end zone again. He is going to run the football, actually, as he sprints out. He's going to get them off of the goal line a little bit. Can't see how many yards he picked up on that, but I think he may have gotten to the 4, so at least a 3-yard gain, I believe. So off of the goal line now. Saying they're spotting it at the 1. It looked like he had gotten a couple of yards, but they're going to say no gain. Ball is still sitting at the 1-yard line. It sure looked like he had gotten something, but nothing doing. And so, again, still backed up here. If you're Meade County, you need 3 or 4 yards just to be able to punt the football here. Going to go to Parker. Man, they're bringing heavy blitz. He's going to King, and good defensive play by the corner out there. Number 24, Jalen Alfonso on the coverage. So good job by Jalen. Now listen, that was Jalen almost had a pick there. I'd almost rather, however, make them punt this ball from the 1-yard line than have that pick out at the 35 or 40, because I think they've got a better chance of getting a block, a bobbled snap possibly, a scoop and score possibility. Even under the pressure you're going to be under, I can't see a punter kicking the ball more than 25, 30 yards off this. You might have a chance to just run it back for a touchdown as it is here. And so it'll be McCoy back to punt, and lots of pressure. He gets it out in a hurry. Great job, but great opportunity to run this back. I believe it's Davis with the football trying to make someone miss. There's a flag down on the play. It's probably a hold. Yeah, Davis was trying to high step a little to try to make some sort of a move on the tackler. Tackler didn't bite, just sat ready for him and made a good tackle, good form tackle. I couldn't see the number who made the tackle, but good play by Meade County, and North Hardin will have a holding penalty. So worst possible scenario for North Hardin. They could have gotten all kinds of field position here, and they still got great field position, but that'll put them on the 33. Should have been at the 23, I think. First and 10 Trojans from almost the right hash mark here. 6:01 to go in the half. And 14-0 Trojans, so great opportunity here. Straight ahead again. Big yards. Was that Boyd? It looked like somebody else.
No, it did not look like.
28th? I have no idea. Deontay Stills, maybe? I don't know. Not sure who that is. Broken play. Wimberly trying to run with it, but he's going to throw the ball now at the feet of his receiver, Quayshawn Davis. I think they're going to let him get that, but yeah.
Third down.
We will find out for sure who that running back was later on here, who just ran with the football. Cannot see the number. They are going to move it back ineligible. That's the hard part when you're running with the football and then throw it. You're likely to have a lineman downfield, and that's what you had happen there. So it's going to bring up third down and about 8 now. 5:21 to go here in the half. 2nd and 8, that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, no loss of down there. Got Boyd in the backfield with him again, does Wimberly. Trips formation to the left. It's Coffee down here to the right. He's looking to the screen to the left side. I believe that's Davis breaking 2 tackles and another. He's just short of the first down, a 7-yard gain. Another flag down.
Couldn't go more than one play without a flag.
I like to get home before 11:30, black and white guys out there. The stripes are giving us trouble. We got a face mask against Meade. So the 7-yard gain for Davis. From Wimberly to Davis. And then the face mask added on to the end. And the Trojans are deep in the red zone here. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Wimberly, 2 receivers to each side. Davis and Coffee to the right. Looking to give the ball again. Another broken play. This time it's Boyd in the backfield. Wimberly was looking to give him the football, and no one there, so Wimberly's going to run with it for a loss of 2 yards. So 2 mishandled plays there with looked like runs where the running back didn't realize they were supposed to get the football. Yeah, Jeff is mentioning that these last couple series are kind of explaining why the Trojans maybe have struggled to score at times and just kind of some mistakes that they're making here. Looks like Boykins has come over to the right here and trips. Wimberly looking to his left, can't find anybody open, and he is going to be sacked. 3 Meade County Green Wave on Wimberly. About a 3-yard loss, bringing up 3rd and 15. Number 52 was there for this Meade County squad. '52 is Caden Collins. So Collins was there along with a couple of his buddies to make the tackle. 3rd and 15 for the Trojans now. Trips to the right. 1 receiver left. And you got to think maybe 3-4 down territory, or maybe a Caden Logsdon field goal. Give us to Boyd on 3rd down. He's got space and he's making big yards, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he's to about the 8-yard line, maybe the 9. So about a 9-yard gain for Boyd there. Going to bring up, though, a 4th down and 7. It's Caden Logsdon on to attempt the field goal. It'll be a 27-yard try. I would think for Caden this is pretty automatic. You never know. Snap, hold, and kick all have to be on point. Good snap, it's down. Ooh, there was penetration, but Logston handled it no problem and knocked it through. So with 2:47 to go, the Trojans 17, Meade County Green Wave 0. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call Michelle 270-763-3186. So 17-0. What we thought to start off tonight would be a really good contest. Again, it's 17-0. As I talk to Jeff here, and he can't really respond very well, but Jeff, it should be 24-0 right now. Wide open miss to Kayshawn Davis. Now again, Wimberley, big miss on that one, but right now Wimberley is having himself a great night.
This is probably one of the first times since that original blowout that they're relaxing way too much.
Wimberley right now 10 of 14 passing the football, so been very effective in the passing game, throwing the screens, throwing some short routes, the one big play up the sideline to Davis. And it is away Jabari Rashid kicking off, and there's an offsides penalty again. It's about the 7th or 8th penalty of the half here against the Trojans. So they'll back up 5 to the 35-yard line, and Rashid can pretend like he's an NFL kicker and kick from the 35 instead of the 40.
Which could be costly given their ability to run the ball.
Well, yeah, Jeff was just noting that could cost you because this Meade County squad, as I mentioned before, has this amazing sideline return, and they about broke the last one all the way. So we'll see. 16 Stull, 21 Bevan back deep to receive the ball. Number 8, Alex. No, let's see here. Number 8. Who is number 8 for Meade County? I'm looking. No, it is not. I don't have them in order. Okay. Unless that's 6 Hubre. I'm not sure. Number 9, Bennett Hobbs, is one of the upbacks. It might be 6 Hubre. Not sure, but Rashid will kick it away again. Boy, that was a nice high, deep kick. Taken at about the 5-yard line there. Stull with the football. Again, sideline return, and they've got another nice return. And being knocked back at about the 33-yard line. There is a flag down. It looks like it's in the area of a holding call possibly. So it is going to be a holding call against the Green Wave. That is generally what you see when a flag is dropped in that area. So Meade County, again, will start with kind of rough field position. Not as bad as last time where they started at their own 1-yard line. But, again, well inside the 20. It looks like they're going to spot it at about the 17-yard line. Yeah, good return up to about the 34, 33, 34, and they're going to end up starting back at about their own 17-yard line. So Meade County takes over 1st and 10 from the right hash here. Again, it's Parker in the backfield at quarterback. It does not look like Pike with him in the backfield. Give on 1st down straight ahead. Going to be about a 4-yard gain. Believe it. Oh, they're saying that was 18 Levi Stull. I don't know that it was. I think it was 16. Who I just saw on the roster, and now I can't see. That's not Stull. Stull's out here at the slot position. It's another run of about 2 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. So we pick up a 4 and a pickup of 2. 26. I was seeing 16. And that is Stone Redmond on the carry. Stone has not carried the ball much this year. He's not in the books in the rushing category. He has not. Ethan Rice on the sack. Big hit on the quarterback there.
The San Francisco treat.
Big number 51, Ethan Rice, gets there in a hurry. Boy, he made that a bad day for Kyle Parker, so big play there. 8-yard loss. It was 3rd and 4, and the 8-yard loss makes it 4th down and 12. There's 1:19 to go. Looks like the Trojans are going to call a timeout, hoping to get the ball back and maybe make something happen with it here with good field position. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. Has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties in the surrounding area since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to eliminate the problem. Go online at mugabug.com. All right. So it'll be Carter McCoy on 4th down in punt formation. Back deep, I believe, is Davis, as well as number 4, Elijah Parker. Fake. Bevan with the football. That is insane. Big run. Bad snapper. They saw it and called it. Wow. So Jace Bevan, yeah, he is the punter. I'm sorry, it's Bevan that punts. McCoy is the kicker. So Jace Bevan takes the snap, sees everybody coming inside at him, and picks up about an 18 to 20-yard gain there for Bevan. So, wow, 4th and 12 in your own end.
I don't think that was a called fake.
Wow, it couldn't have been. I know Coach Mofield would never do that. That is crazy call there, or crazy play there. But with 38 seconds to go in the half, that will certainly keep the ball out of the hands of that North Hardin offense that has been very potent to this point in the game. Parker's going to pull the ball and run on the read option. He's going to get a couple of yards here. Maybe call it 3 for Parker. And there's 17 seconds to go here in the half, and it is going to run all the way out. Don't believe Meade County's going to. So Meade County's going to go in at half, down 17 to nothing. And again, this North Hardin Trojan squad has been super impressive, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments can be made, what North Hardin can do to come out and continue to put their foot on the pedal and keep this thing going in the right direction, or can Meade County make some adjustments and try to get themselves going offensively and stop this potent North Hardin Trojan offensive attack. We got 15 minutes of halftime, and we'll be back with you in just a little bit.
Hello, high school sports fans. I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and we're going to give you another great interview with one of our outstanding sponsors for our live sports coverage. E-Town Exterminating is in the house. Sean Rich is here with us today, and Sean, since we're distanced beyond 6 feet, we're going to remove our masks.
Okay.
We like to model our good social distancing, but
Yes.
we like people to be able to hear us as well.
Right.
Sean, practically from the very beginning, E-Town Exterminating has been a sponsor of HCEC-TV's live sports coverage with Brandenburg Telecom. For those at home that may not know, tell us a little bit about E-Town Exterminating. How did it start?
Well, we're a family-ran business, exterminating company. We were founded in 1976 by my parents, Roy and Brenda Rich, and we've been around since then. I'm the second generation that's taken over, and we provide exterminating pest control termite services throughout Hardin County and all the surrounding counties around here.
Yeah. What prompted your dad and mom to do that? What inspired them to start a business?
Well, years ago, my dad was part of the government, state government, and he was over he was the director of pesticides on the regulation side, and saw an opportunity and wanted to go into the exterminating business.
Sean, I know that you lost your father earlier this past year. Tell us a little bit about your dad and what made him so special.
Dad and I had a very unique relationship. As a father, son, and as business partner, and we spent a lot of time together, and so I was very fortunate to be able to spend a lot of time with him and to learn the business through his eyes, and also he pushed me a lot, and as a business person. But I was very fortunate to get those life experiences through him.
I was going to say that closeness, riding in the truck together.
Well, I started working with him when I was in kindergarten. I would help spray houses, and from there, and we've been together ever since. Ever since,
yeah, that's absolutely awesome, and he's left a rich legacy, and yes, just like your last name, it's a rich legacy for that. The community businesses that we have, what really makes them unique is that you serve those that are your neighbors, and you want to give that type of service. What's that commitment like with your business?
Majority of our customers have been with us for a long time, and they're not only our customers, but we consider them family, and so we want to go above and beyond for our family and customers.
Tell me a little bit about how your services have evolved through the years.
Well, when we first went into business, it was mainly just doing like termite and pest control. But over the last few years, we're doing a lot of bed bug control now. Those bed bugs have come back. We do a lot of services for that. We take care of moles in yards, mosquitoes. So we've evolved that way.
That's amazing. Now you've also really expanded your coverage area. So you started in Elizabethtown, and where are you available now?
We're in about 8 different counties. We go as far as north of Shepherdsville. We go south. We go down in Hart County. We go over in Grayson, Breck County, LaRue, Greene County, over by Campbellsville. So we cover a lot of counties. When
your dad first opened the business, how many employees other than him and his wife?
There's about 3 employees, and we have about 40 now.
Okay, awesome. Now, in addition to changing the services, the way you do that business has also changed because of technology. So what are some of those changes that have occurred through the years?
Well, the main thing is utilization of computers, the way that we do our data and how we communicate with our customers. We do it that way, and then also through through the media, through social media and stuff like that.
With it's always good that rather than having just one visit and you're done, is to have like an ongoing contract.
Yes.
Okay, and what are the benefits of those contracts? And give us an example of one.
Well, we do a lot of residential homes on a monthly basis. We assign you to a regular technician. That technician gives you a call each month and sets up an appointment, comes out and services the home. But if you have a problem in between those that monthly service, then you just give our technician, our office call, and they come back out and they'll take care of it, no extra charge.
Oh, that's amazing. When people do call you, they usually get a person on the phone.
Yes, we have four people in our office staff, and they're there to take your call.
Okay. Being a sponsor of our live sports coverage, why was that important to you to get involved?
It's particularly important for me because I know that with anything that has to do with high school, especially with sports, they need the funding for it. And as a company, that we like to be there to help support all the different high schools here in Hardin County.
And you were an athlete yourself.
Yes, played basketball and ran cross country and track.
Okay, and we do cover all of those things. Cross country and track, we usually do highlight features and such. And this year we kind of had to put our beginning of our seasons on hold because of COVID-19. But why is it important to you as a community partner to be there to support people too?
Well, it's all about the kids. I know as an athlete when I was growing up, the experience of being part of a team was very important to me, and those are the lifelong friendships that I've acquired over the years, and the ones that I still talk to every day. And so we want to be able to support those kids also and give those lifelong experiences to them.
Well, they work really hard.
They do.
They work extremely hard, and to not only put a great product out there, but it's also a way for those athletes, by bringing them live sports coverage, that and we also stream that too, that they can be seen by a broader audience, and that really helps out a great deal. Would you agree in that?
Yes, I would. To be able to get that exposure and show the community and show the pride that the hard work that these athletes give, and be able to do it on TV, it's unbelievable how you all are able to give that to them.
We have many individuals in our community that they watch all of them religiously. Especially if it's I had a young lady to call, and she was saying that she wanted to make sure that she could watch all of her grandson's football games. Anytime we covered them, she wanted to make sure that she could tune in then. Now, how can individuals get in touch with your business?
Well, they can call us on our phone at 270-737-6900, or they can get online and get in touch with us through our website, and that's www.mugabug.com.
I was going to say, that has that been your slogan from the very beginning? The Mugabug.com?
Yes, that's something my mother came up with, Mugabug. That's part of our logo right here, and it's MUGGABUG.
I was going to say, it's really catchy, and that's one thing everybody can remember really easily.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Sean, thank you again for coming in, and also for being one of our longtime sponsors on our live sports coverage. Just know that without your support, we could not do what we do. So we really appreciate your commitment to our local athletes, HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's live sports coverage, and to the community that you live in and serve in. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Welcome back to North Hardin High School here in Radcliffe, Kentucky. This is Paul Gray. Alongside me, Jeff Knoll. He's my spotter tonight, and having a good time talking with him in the booth. Sorry you guys aren't able to get a read on Jeff. Just experiencing a few technical difficulties here, but we're ready to go for the second half of action. The home team, North Hardin Trojans 17, Meade County Green Waves 0. And it has been all North Hardin in the first half. North Hardin 242 yards of total offense, and Meade County only 69 yards. 20 of those coming on the improvised fake punt by Jace Bevan just a minute ago. So Parker just 2 for 8 for 23 yards Pike, 3 carries for 5 yards. Stone Redmond, 2 carries for 6. Nolan Hubre with 1 catch, 11 yards. Levi Stoll, 1 catch for 12. So kind of a rough night for this Meade County offense. Defense not faring much better as Wimberley is 10 of 14 for 132 passing. Boyd has 13 for 110. 13 carries for 110 yards. And so this North Hardin offense and defense are just winning the evening very easily. And with just a half of football to go, we're underway as Jabari Rashid will kick it away. It is in the end zone, and the ball will come out to the 20 there. It was fielded by 21 Jace Bevan, but he was standing on the goal line. And so 1st and 10 for Meade County. We'll see what kind of adjustments this Meade County offense. Again, they only had 69 first half yards. I may have missed, I think on North Hardin it's 250 actually. We had a carry for an 8-yard gain. For Stills, Deontay Stills had an 8-yard carry. We do know now that's Deontay Stills. All right, so still shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. Parker with it. He's going to give straight ahead, bouncing right, bouncing left, and just snowed under by that North Hardin defense. Number 31, Styles Goodman, was there, along with number 23, Mason Howard, making the tackle. And so not much doing on the carry there. 1-yard carry for Meade County. We're going to give that to Pike. I'm not sure that was Pike in there at that point. Can't read the number on that one. They're going to be quick slant over the middle. Stull catches that one, and a good gain there. It's about a 10-yard gain. That should be a first down for Levi Stull. And they will. Stull did not think his knee had hit the ground. He took off running there. I'm not sure what gave him that impression, but a 10-yard gain, Levi Stull, with his 2nd catch of the ball game. So first down on the quick slant. And Meade County simply has to throw and catch to make that happen. Number 27 checking in, Jacob Pike, back on the field. 13, Lawson King checking back in. He's going to be at a tight end spot. This is a different look. Parker now looking down the middle to Lawson. Almost picked, ball knocked around. That's number 32 for North Hardin, knocking that one around, and almost came up with an interception. So they tried to kind of go a little tricky with their formation there, and it was Lawson King down the middle of the field. Incomplete pass, though. Dangerous look in the middle of the field. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball's at the 31-yard line here. They'll go back to a more traditional trips formation look. It's Pike to the right of Parker. Parker, quick hitch to the slot receiver. I believe that's Hubre. Hubre's going to come up with the catch. About a 4-yard gain, maybe 5. We're going to give him 5 on that, as he's now completed 2 passes in this series, and Hubre's 2nd catch as well. That's as many passes as he completed in the first half. So they only gave him 4 on the spot, so we're going to make that a 4-yard gain. It's 3rd down and 6 now. Motion coming across. It's Hubre over here joining King. A little read option look. Keeper by Parker. He's going to come up about 1.5 yards short, it looks like, of the first down. Almost got to the 40. Needed the 41 or 42. So a 4-yard gain for Parker. And 4th down and 2. That's going to be the punting unit coming on. Jace Bevan, the punter. Good stop by this North Hardin defensive front again. 9:34 to go and counting. Ball at the 39-yard line. Again, they needed the 41 to get there. And this Meade County offense continuing to sputter. A couple of passes completed, but only 1 first down on that series. Only a few first down looks for this Meade County offense on the game. Bevan will get this one away. It's a good kick. It looks like Davis is going to have plenty of room to return. There's a good block on the outside here, and Davis has some room. He's trying to cut it back. There's several penalty flags down in different parts of the field, so they're going to have to sort this out. Davis had a good return out to about the 48. There's another flag thrown out there for some reason. I don't know what all's going on here, but we've got flags everywhere. Looks like we've got a face mask against North. Maybe it's several officials seeing the same infraction. I'm not seeing them sorting out the several different flags that are on the ground, but we'll see what they're going to say here. They're going to mark this off starting from about the 32 on the spot foul, from the spot of the foul. Just a 5-yard face mask. So it'll take it back to about the 27. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 2 receivers to each side. It's going to be Boyd behind Wimberly. Wimberly's going to give to Boyd straight ahead. Good play defensively there as the Meade County defense swarming. Boyd is just hard to bring down. It was number 50 again, Johnston there with Parker to stop Boyd. They're going to give Boyd 1 yard on the carry. So 2nd down and 9 now. They sit at about the 28. They need the 37-yard line for a first down. 8:22 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Wimberly there. He's going to look down the field. There's the quick slant, man, a quick hitch, that is. He was going to 3, Micah Parms, and got him. And number 3, Mason Brandon, was there from his outside linebacker spot. Just barely missed the interception. So 7-yard gain. Parms on the reception. Big 3rd and 2 for this Trojan offense. They're going to give it to Boyd. He's cutting off the right side. He's got the first down and more. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain for Boyd. Again, Boyd 13 carries for 110 in the first half. So a great first half for him. The first down is going to stop the clock for a moment. Some sort of whistle being blown here, and the clock is stopped. The officials... yeah, there's some sort of debris. There's something on the field they're going to try to clear. I think they're going to... There's a penalty on the green wave where the official nonchalantly puts his hands behind his back. What's that call? I don't know what in the world that is. I thought it was probably some sort of a sideline violation. They had a sideline warning earlier, but I don't... That's what it was. It was a sideline. A second sideline call gives a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Trojans from their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers again to each side. It's Coffey and Davis down here to the bottom. It's the hitch and go. He's got Davis down the field. Overthrown again. My goodness. Manny has got to stop just ripping the ball down the field. He needs to throw it to the receiver. There's a large misconception out there, Jeff, that the only job of the quarterback is to just throw the ball up there and let the receiver run under it. It's a little harder than that. That's not really how it works. From a guy who played quarterback, it's got to be an accurate throw. You don't just throw it up and hope the receiver magically runs to where the ball ends up. There's an accuracy issue. You've got to put it on the receiver. And so he's got to throw the ball to Quayshawn Davis and not just rip it down the field and see what happens. Give inside to Boyd. You can always count on that tonight. That's another good gainer there, probably 5 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Well, what's frustrating is he turned and looked at the sidelines and put his hands up like, what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to throw it to the receiver. That's what you're supposed to do. I've always been very supportive and very impressed by Manny Wimberly's ability to throw the football. A couple of bad throws tonight, though. He throws the ball so hard and with so much power. But he has a rocket. That's right, Jeff. 3rd and 5 here. Meade County looking like they're showing a 4-man front. They're going to give on 3rd and 5, and they're going to get it, man. About an 8-yard gain there for Boyd, and this offensive line is just leaning on that defensive front. Defensive front for Meade County. Griffin Blair, 58, Jacob Lacefield, number 25 also. They're just that 3-man front, again, as we said earlier, Jeff and I were talking about, it's just basically a 5-man box, and they have not done anything to change that to try to take away. And there's Davis jumping off sides. So, again, they'll go to 1st and 15. Will the Trojans, another false start penalty. So, again, shooting themselves in the foot.
That's just the way it goes tonight,
Yeah, it's been par for the course for the Trojans tonight is to jump off sides and then pick it up by running the football with Boyd. So now 1st and 15. The ball is spotted at the 47, maybe the 48, right in between the two. Wimberly looking down the field here. He's got options down the field. There's another good throw that time. Touchdown, Trojans, number 2, Sean Rose, 47 yards from Manny Wimberly. Now listen, he took a little bit off of that. Did you see that, Jeff? You could see him not throw that as hard. He just, which is crazy to say. It was a 35 yards down the field at least, and it was just a flip. Man. Beautiful throw that time down the middle of the field on the post route. Rose, again, they ran the same kind of route to the left side that they had run to the right side when Wimberly missed Quayshawn Davis earlier. But this time, right on the money. Sean Rose, 47 yards. There's Caden Logson to add the point after with 5:51 to go here in the 3rd. Trojans 24, Green Wave 0. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew. John White, Kyler Barkley, Grace Lothar, Jeremy Miller, and Noah Miller. Thanks for the work you guys are doing. Try to keep us up and running here. We've got 5:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and the Trojans will be kicking off again. Jabari Rashid teeing it up. Back deep, it looks like it's Bevan and Stull for the Green Wave. And not much going different than it did in the first half, Jeff.
Wimberly's arm is on another level. He is.
Yeah.
If he can ever get that accuracy down, he's next level and throw it. I mean, I don't know that he's got the maturity to go that way, but man, from just a pure arm standpoint.
Yeah. Jeff just going on and on about the arm strength of Wimberly. I totally agree. We saw him, I think it was 2 seasons ago, maybe against Manual. I can't remember who the opponent was. It was one of the Louisville schools. And he rolled to his left down here at about the 34-yard line and threw it to the opposite 2-yard line to one of the Moore brothers. I think it was Josh. And 75 yards, and it was a rollout to his left with a right-handed quarterback. He had to set and let the ball go. It's just an absolute shot. I've never seen a high school kid throw the ball that far and that much power. And so that's what he offers there. Parker now on the scramble. He's going to pick up good yards. That's a good option for this Meade County offense. If they can get him loose in the open field, it's going to really help. I can't tell if they got it. It looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 1. And so Kyle Parker will pick up 9 on the carry. Looking down the field, nothing there. Again, as Jeff mentioned in the first half, he steps up in the pocket there, does a good job feeling pressure around him and not trying to run away from it backwards, but stepping forward to the line of scrimmage. He shows a lot of poise and a lot of maturity in there, and just a different-looking kid. He hasn't had a great night tonight, but certainly a different-looking kid. Pike in motion. It's going to be quarterback draw this time, trying to pick up the first down. Yeah, snap was a little high. Didn't get to really fake the screen pass they wanted to fake. I got to tell you, Jeff, not a big fan of 2nd and 1. Let's run a quarterback draw. That's a slow developing play. Let's hit it quick and get the first down and move on. Maybe even lead blocker. Maybe instead of sending that guy on a flare, have Pike lead block there. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 after the gain of 0 on the play. This time they are going to go under center and turn and give. And it's going to be a first down, and they're still driving the pile. About a 6-yard gain. Can't tell if that was Pike or Hubre or who had the football in the backfield there.
That's what you should have done last play.
I think it was Hubre with the ball there. You know, 25 Connor Geis carried the ball some last year, and he was out there. He may have been a lead blocker in that set, but we're going to give Hubre the carry. For about a 6-yard gain, first down, Green Wave, and they just pushed the pile there. 4:03 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. If it weren't for about 20 penalty calls, this thing has moved very quickly. Oh, look at that. What a great idea. Let's throw another flag there.
It's been at least 2 plays.
Is that 88 or 86 in the backfield for Meade County? No, that's 68 blocker, but the other kid was... Is it 8? No, 18's out here. There's 18. It's 80-something else in the backfield right now. 86 or 88. I think it's Demonio Davis, number 86, who's in the backfield. That's who they've got it to right now on a little quick screen pass. And he's going to pick up maybe 5 yards. There is a Trojan down in the backfield trying to make the play in the backfield. And kind of having some issues, and his coaching staff coming out to check on him. It's number 32. I don't see a 32 on there. Can you find me a 32 on there somewhere? So that is Davis, and Davis has had a couple of carries I think I gave to Pike, but Damiano Davis, number 86 for this Meade County squad, a junior, has been going into the backfield on occasion. Yeah, there's no 32, even though there's 32 on the field for North Hardin, so struggling to get that. Boy, Parker just broke about 4 tackles. Spun. That's what can happen when you do a spin move. You can look really pretty and break a tackle, and then there's another guy coming right in your chin strap. And that was big number 51 for North Hardin. That's Ethan Rice, who had a sack earlier in the game. And he got to Parker there. And no gain for Parker. Brings up 3rd down and 11 here. Oh. Put that in the wrong place. So Ethan Rice, another big hit on the quarterback. And trips to the left side of the field. Parker will take the snap on 3rd and 11. He's going to look downfield. He's now running for it. He's got space, and he may try to run it. I think he's got enough space to get there. Great tackle. He came up short. He had a blocker, and he just made the wrong choice of direction to go. If he cuts inside, he's got it. That's right, Jeff. Number 24, Jalen Alfonso, making a big tackle. And it'll bring up 4th down and 1 right at midfield. The ball is sitting on the 50-yard line. Great tackle again in the open field. Alfonso had to play off of the block and then get to the quarterback and stop him, and he did. It'll bring up a big 4th down and 1. A couple of substitutions being made here for this Meade County squad. Big blitz coming, everybody there. Quick give, spin. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think he got it. It's very close. Yeah, that was enough for a first down, Meade County. Number 2 was on the carry there, kind of in a wildcat look. Andrew Millay, he is the backup quarterback. He has been in and played in previous games. He's got several pass attempts on the season. So Millay, 2 for 5 passing on the season, so he is someone who will play in the quarterback spot. He's coming back out on the field, so Parker is going to take a rest. I don't know if he's dinged up a little bit, if they're just going to try to go with Millay here and see what happens if they can get a spark. 1:13 to go, and Meade County will jump off sides, and they'll false start. First down and 15, so you get Malay on the field and put him in a 1st and 15 situation. Welcome to the game, and more penalties. 1:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, we can't see Parker over on the sideline. Not sure what's going on. Malay, nice catch on a bad snap. He's going to throw it deep down the field. He's got Stull open, but overthrew him. Stull had gotten behind the defense. Number 4, Elijah Palmer, was back there. Number 32 also back there. Number 32 is not on the roster that we have here. But Stull was a good 3 to 4 yards behind the defense, just overthrown. Again, you see this all the time from quarterbacks. Throwing the deep ball is tough, guys, and it's an accuracy issue. Most people who don't know what's going on would just look at the quarterback and say, throw it higher, give it more air. That's not how it works, folks. You got to put it on the spot where the receiver is when the ball meets him. It's an accuracy issue, and it's a practice issue. You've got to throw that ball 100 times so you know how to throw it. Quick screen. Oh, my land. Woo! Big hit. Number 50, A.J. Ruggiero on the tackle. Big hit in the backfield. And that was Damiano Davis, number 86, catching the pass. But that's about a 9-yard loss there, and bring up about a 3rd and maybe a 6-yard loss. 3rd. Well, I think it was a backwards pass. It may have been a fumble. It was close. So he catches the ball and just eats one in the mouth from A.J. Ruggiero, who was there in a hurry. So Malay way back, 3rd and 21. He's now scrambling. Boom, crush. Ball is loose. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. This time, number 31 there, making a big hit on the quarterback. Styles Goodman getting there in a hurry. A little delayed pressure came outside and put a lick on Malay. So new quarterback, worst result. I think Parker gives you your best option. Not that Malay is not a player. It's just a matter of, I think your best opportunity is with Parker on the field.
I would agree. He's a better athlete, but Malay does have an arm. He can.
Malay can throw it. We just got to zero in on your target there. Bevan's going to punt it away, and they're just going to let it go. It's way off to the right side again. They're not sure if they're trying to kick it away from Quayshawn Davis or if it came off the side of his foot. But probably one play to go here in the 3rd quarter. 6 seconds on the clock. Change of possession. And this offensive group for North Hardin will come back onto the field up 24-0 there. Number 52, Deshaun Perry, one of these offensive linemen, along with Trey Alexander, along with number 55, Damani Taylor. Doing a really good job tonight, those guys up front. Now we've got 2 backs in the backfield. Can't tell if that's Skylar Coffey, number 10, back there with Boyd or not. Oh, they're going to go flea flicker with a little hitch and go route, and they've got an open receiver down the field. It is complete. Another good throw, number 2, Sean Rose again. That will end the 3rd quarter on a 52-yard gain. Sean Rose with 2 catches now here in this half. 47 yards for a touchdown and 52 yards to take it down to about the 12, maybe the 10-yard line. And so a couple of big throws here. Up 24-0. They go to the hitch and go off of the flea flicker action. Hand off to the back, who turns and throws it back to them, back to the quarterback. This is an HCEC-TV student production, Division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sport coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, Blue Ribbon Renovations, a Mark Harris Company, and E-Town Exterminating. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. So we've got 1 quarter of action remaining. Jeff, I'm looking forward to one of these Friday nights, us sitting here and having a game that's in doubt as we get into the 4th quarter. So far, we haven't had one of those.
No, it hasn't been that way at all. We have not had a close game like that at all. We have not. I'm also looking forward to a game where we can actually have a discussion.
Yes.
And not use the same.
24-0, 1 quarter of action to go. This thing seems to be in the books as North Hardin is just putting on a dominant performance here. 3 backs in the backfield. They're going to give to Boyd straight ahead. Tackle by number 7 for Meade County.
Well, we knew somebody was going to come out of this with a 2-5 record, and somebody was coming out with a 1-6.
That's right. So, yeah, it looks like it'll be North Hardin 2-5 and Meade County 1-6 coming out of this thing. So 1 yard gain for Boyd on the carry. They are in the red zone here, obviously, off of that flea flicker action right at the end of the 3rd quarter. 11:22 and counting here. Wemberley looking up the left side, going to Devin Seeley. Some of the fans want a call. There was no foul on that play. The ball is way overthrown, and the contact was appropriate contact. So another attempt by Wemberley to kind of throw the back shoulder jump ball to Seeley like he did on the other end in the first half. Could not make that happen. It brings up a 3rd down and 9 here for this Trojan squad.
Seeley just diving for the ball, flew right into his defender, so it wasn't.
Yeah, Seeley's kind of knocked the wind out of himself a little bit diving for the ball there. So he's over here on the side, not feeling real good and not really getting any attention. So someone needs to know that Seeley's kind of down over here. So with 3rd down and 9, Coach Thompson's going to call a timeout. They didn't like what they had called, didn't have it set up the way they wanted it set up. So, and the clock has not stopped running for some reason. There we go. Now we got the clock stopped. So 11:02 to go here, and the clock is stopped. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call Michelle at 270-763-3186. 3rd and 9 from the 12-yard line. They need the 3 for a 1st down. That's some seriously good math I just did. And Wemberley has got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Number 2, Sean Rose down here to the left by himself. He's got one-on-one coverage down here if Wemberley wants to take a look. But he's going to give to Boyd. Boyd hitting the backfield immediately. Nothing there at all. I believe that was number 14 for Meade County, getting there in a hurry.
Wow.
And driven back.
I don't think that play was worth the timeout.
That was Julian Perales, number 14 for Meade County. And I think this is going to bring up a field goal attempt by Caden Logston as the clock winds with 10:47 to go. And that'll bring Logston onto the field. They're going to spot it at about the 18 or 19. We're going to give him a 29-yard attempt. He's already good one from 27 yards. Now an attempt from 29. Trojans are set. Logston getting set. Snap is good. It's down. Kick on the way. Beautifully struck, and Caden Logston 2 for 2 on the field goals. So again, if they can continue to move the football like this, Logston can be a weapon for them. So with 10:22 remaining, North Hardin Trojans 27, Meade County Green Wave 0. We said coming into this game, Jeff, when we talked pregame, that both these teams have really struggled on the offensive side of the ball, not scoring a lot of points. It's North Hardin who's gotten healthy on the offensive side, and Meade County who is just anemic with their attack. There's nothing happening. Honestly, North has been traditionally a good defensive team. They have not been great this year defensively, but there's just nothing happening for Meade County. They can't do a thing offensively.
And I still have to go back to what you were saying earlier. I mean, I just think Meade County's defense, you cannot stop. You cannot stop North Hardin with 5 guys in the box. And I'm not sure why they haven't adjusted to that some, but it's just not happening.
Well, Jeff, it's kind of interesting because Wemberley has thrown for 240 yards, 250 yards to this point in the game. That's quick estimate. And they're playing, 8 in coverage. And so they're not even covering with that three-man front. So it's a pretty poor defensive effort. So that ball is kicked out of bounds. Jabari Rashid, who's kicked the ball in the end zone pretty regularly, at that time not able to do that. And so Meade County will take over at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, again, with just 10-20 to go. Just trying to mount something, try to find something. Interestingly enough, Kyle Parker not back in the ball game. It will still be Millay on the field. That is Andrew Millay, number 2, at the quarterback spot. So interestingly enough, for this Meade County team, they're at home next week, another district opponent. They'll have Central Hardin coming into town next week.
It's going to be a long night.
I take that back. That is not correct. They have a bye week. They're off next week. So a little reverse to Hubre, and Hubre's going to pick up about 9. He has run into the North Hardin sideline there. He's up and moving, though, a little limp to his step, but looks like he's okay. So Hubre with a 9-yard gain, maybe an 8-yard gain, and 2nd down and 2 for this Meade County team. So I don't see anything on the schedule next week. Today is October 1st against North. October 15th, they have Central Hardin. So in a couple weeks,
It's going to be another long night for them.
it does appear that would not be a good opportunity for them. Hubre in motion coming across. They're going to give to Pike. Pike swarmed under by this defense of North Hardin. Number 40, Damian Hensley there, one of the first ones to be there. 31 then. Styles Goodman there to help make that tackle. So good play by number 40, Damian Hensley.
I didn't notice if Kyle Parker came back in on defense.
I don't think so, Jeff. I don't think Parker was in on the defensive side of the ball. Under center now for only the 2nd snap of the game, and they have put it on the ground. So center QB exchange, a problem when they haven't been doing that. So that was on a 3rd and 1 situation there. And North Hardin came away with the football. I don't know what the debate was there. North Hardin jumped on that quickly. There is a Meade County player down holding his right knee. So, yeah. So as people are diving for the ball and offensive linemen, when the ball is laying on the ground at their feet, they're kind of looking around. Where is the ball so they can try to fall on it? And as people are diving at the ball, sometimes someone will get rolled up. So while they are tending to the player on the field, let me read our sponsor listings. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest with no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call Michelle at 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of Exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties in the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge and skill to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. Number 77 from Meade County was the injured player. He is hobbling off the field under his own power, kind of jumping on one leg. That's Seth Serrano, senior offensive and defensive lineman. So hopefully Serrano will be okay and back on the field for the Green Wave here shortly. Trips formation to the right as North Hardin takes over after the fumble recovery at the Meade County 45. Again, this three-man front that has not done a good job stopping the run, and it's going to be Boyd for 5 more yards. Tackle made by number 3, Mason Brandon. And so Boyd continues to kind of have his way with this Meade County defense. 5, 6, 8 yards at a crack. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 And 9-13 and counting, I believe. Coach Thompson, he'll throw the football anytime during a game, any score. But I'm sure he's going to want to run clock and give the ball to Boyd. And, man, they just blew that front up. Boyd is running free. Touchdown! David Boyd, 40 yards out. And, man, that offensive line blew away that Meade County front.
It's almost untouched. Very much untouched. He just blew right till the very end. I mean, that was the only time he really.
Hubre at safety was the only one that had a chance at him. As that offensive line, a lot of what you're seeing out of this offensive line is the guards blocking out on those. When you only have 3 down linemen, the guards block out. The tackles are swirling up inside and just leading up on those 2 linebackers. And they've got angles and they've got small linebackers on huge athletic tackles. And there's nothing there when the running back gets there. When Boyd gets there, there's nothing there. Interesting play. Logston on to attempt the point after. It's 33-0. 8:58 to go here in the ball game. 2-point conversion would get us to a running clock. That would be kind of mean, but Logston will knock it through. It's 34-0. 35 is when we go to a running clock, but this will continue as it has been. And boy, that was that's a Meade County team that looks like they've had about enough, and a North Hardin offense that is having their way.
There's no run stop, 0 run stop. You described that perfectly, Paul. That's exactly what's happening. That's what we were talking about earlier with those natural gaps. When you have natural gaps like that, and you've got a quick back, man, you can exploit those so quickly. And man, there was nothing. I just don't get it. I mean, they'd be better off just to bring in another down lineman and put him down there, even if they don't have schemes for him.
They need to somehow, and they have not adjusted throughout the ball game. They needed to go to at least a 6-man box, at least a 4-2 look instead of the 3-2 look that's in there. They have no chance in this look to play the run, and you've got to be able to stop the run. You playing the pass, there's a lot of things that can happen. That can help you get stops as long as you don't let them go over the top on you, which they've done several times here in the second, third, and fourth quarters. Let Wimberley get the ball down the field. But, Wimberley's doing that to them when they're dropping 8. There doesn't seem any reason to drop 8.
My guess is that's what they planned for. They schemed for Wimberley and his passing ability. Yeah, totally underestimated the run game.
So Rashid knocks another one into the end zone, and Stoll and Bevan were back there, and the ball actually landed at about the 2, and they were kind of just watching it bounce and hoping to get in the end zone. It did. So Meade County Green Wave will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. And there have been a couple more passes completed in this half. Damiano Davis has run the football a couple of times for a few yards. We had a couple of decent gains by Nolan Hubre, but the offense has not put up more than 30 or 40 more yards here in this second half. And so the total is probably right around 100 yards of total offense at this point. Malay off of the read option fake. He's going to get 1 or 2 over the 20-yard line. I'm going to give him 2 yards on the carry.
He's just not the runner Parker is.
He's a big, strong kid, but he doesn't have quite the speed that Parker does. I hope Kyle is okay over there. Maybe they just made a switch, maybe to protect him against in a game where they were pretty well out of it. Maybe giving Malay a look in a game where they're not going to win. Hopefully it's not an injury situation for Parker. I do see a guy standing on the sideline with no shoulder pads on. I don't know if that's Parker or not. It looks like it certainly could be. It's not one of the linemen, and so I think Parker may have a shoulder issue. Malay catches a short hitch route from his slot position. He is just strangled by the defense of the Trojans. Goodman was there. Just a lot of guys there. I'm looking for who all was on the play. I think number 40 was there, Damian Hensley. Number 23 was also on the play, Mason Howard. So 7:41 and counting brings up a 3rd down and 7 after the completion, about a 2-yard gain maybe 3rd and 6, somewhere in there. Malay's looking down. He's going to go deep again. He has made a good throw. It's caught! Lawson King, 10-5, touchdown Green Wave. Big throw right in stride. 77 yards. That is about as much offense as they've had the rest of the evening, but that is Lawson King, the big wideout, catching his first pass of the evening. And so big pass play from Malay to King, and he just ran right by the corner. Ball hit him in stride, and he hung on and was off to the races. So this will be Carter McCoy, 89, on to attempt the point after. As the Green Wave get on the board here with 7:23 to go. The kick is up, and it is good. And so with 7:23, it's Trojans 34, Green Wave 7 here late here in the fourth quarter.
Got to admire him for not giving up and quitting. You know, they didn't lay down. That was an impressive play. And totally what we've been talking about all night long. He threw the ball to the receiver.
He's right on the money, and so given opportunities, obviously, if you can get guys open down the field, you hopefully can take advantage of that. It's an important part of a lot of what these teams are trying to do. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. Been serving Hardin, Meade, and Grayson counties and surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, our team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. So we're late in the ball game, and somebody back there in the pass coverage may have kind of fallen asleep a little bit. You get this far up, and sometimes your mind tends to wander. You've really got to be focused in for 4 quarters to finish the game off, and so I don't think anybody here feels like this thing is in doubt, but certainly we've got a momentum booster for Meade County. Onside kick, ball bouncing around, fielded well. North Hardin will have it. Number 32 for North Hardin, jumping on the ball. So clock did not move for some reason on that onside kick. North Hardin will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. I believe it's Davis and Coffee to the right. Rose down here to the left. Again, they're going to give, wow, what a run by Boyd. He is gone. Wow, what a run. 57 yards. David Boyd, what a play. 3 Meade County defenders, including number 52, who is Caden Collins, as well as Perales, number 14, were in the backfield. 3 guys had a shot at him in the backfield. He made them all miss, and then there was nobody left. No. Hey, Logston is on. 7:13 to go. It's 40-7.
Wow, that was amazing.
What a great run by David Boyd. And so one play, 53 yards, and Boyd is over 200 yards for the game now. And we've got a flag, I believe. Somebody may have moved or no. Well, now they're going to set things. All right. No flag. Ball's down, kick is up, and Caden Logston's been perfect tonight. 41-7, North Hardin Trojans getting healthy tonight. Again, as we mentioned, they will move to 2-5, whereas the Meade County Green Wave will go to 1-6 on the season. Again, Meade County, really that kind of a 1-4. 2 of those losses are COVID losses. They lost to COVID. They didn't lose to a football team. They lost to a virus.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
A lot of people have lost. That's right. Yeah, sadly, that is.
And from the way we're seeing it, and on the record that if it's one of those joint agreements between the teams, it's recorded as a loss for both teams. I think that's the way that it goes down in the records.
Well, that's the way it's showing on the Ryherd scoreboard on the Meade County record. That there was a mutual cancellation versus DeSales, and they are being credited with a loss for that. So you cancel a game and then you lose the game. So they are not. They are 1-6. They'll move to 1-6 officially, but they've only lost 4 games on the football field here. So Jabari Rashid will tee it up again here from the 40. Back deep again. I believe it's Stull. I believe it's Bevan. There's Stull. He's running under it. He'll take it at the 5-yard line up the right side here, trying to get it blocked. He's going to go back to the left. He's kind of on his own. All his blockers are over here on this side. So he's being chased by about 8 Trojans, and they'll run him out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So that's where Meade County will take over, 1st and 10. Yeah, he didn't like what he saw over here on the right, but I liked it a lot better than what he found on the left. Yeah, so his blockers had tried to set up the wall over here. There were a couple guys that filtered through, but he breaks one tackle, and he's got a lot of blockers over here on the other side. He was 1-on-6. Bad odds for Levi Stull. So Malay, it was only about 30 seconds ago in game action that he threw a 77-yard touchdown. Back at it again after the long touchdown run by Boyd. Boyd, pressure coming. He's going again deep to Stull. It's on the money, but it's going to be intercepted this time. The free safety coming over to make a play on the ball. But he's being mauled by his own team. He's not making it back to the sideline. Who in the world was that made the interception?
Saquon Williams.
Yeah, there's no Saquon Williams on the roster. So that's why I can't tell who it is. Jaquar Williams, maybe? There's a Jaquar Williams. Jaquar Williams, maybe. That's it. Junior defensive back on the field. Jaquar Williams coming up with the pick. So a big play for that Trojan defense, and Meade County was going back to the well. This time, however, when you throw it down the middle of the field, you'll have 2 or 3 guys converging on the ball. That's a much more dangerous throw. Floating it down the middle of the field, never a good idea. You can take it on the sideline because you're going to get a one-on-one look with the corner. But down the middle, you've got a couple of safeties and maybe even some linebackers chasing. If you've got him open or if you've got a seam, you can shoot it in there, but floating down the middle, usually there's a safety that's going to have an opportunity to make a play. So big play, Jaquar Williams coming up with a big pick for North Hardin. And so, boy, we're seeing, in the last 2 minutes of play, boy, there's a lot of fun stuff going on here. Long touchdown pass, long touchdown run, interception.
We can see another long touchdown run here.
Goodness gracious, this Meade County defense, I think that's a lot of clean shirts out there. I think Meade County has gone to the backups, as has this North Hardin squad here. So if I can see a number, I will get you a number on who is at quarterback now. It's not Manny Wimberly. He's going to throw a quick screen. He is throwing it here to number 9, Sean Boykins, on the quick screen. So at quarterback for North Hardin, 16, Darius Wiley, the sophomore. Is that who that is, or is it 12? 10 would be Skylar Coffey. 10, it is. I think it is 10, because that's Coffey's been playing slot receiver all game. He's had several catches, so it is Skylar Coffey. And a little jump off sides here. It looks like we got this is fun, though, folks. We've got a JV game now going on. We've got the backups in, which is great for them on a Friday night to get to play under the lights in front of everybody. So fantastic for these guys to be able to get out here and see what's going on. I don't see anybody on the field that was on there before, except a couple of the receivers. They've left a few of these guys out here. Boykin is one. Sean Boykins. Woo! Moving around the outside. It looked like 88.
Ran 100 yards sideways.
Yeah, I believe that was Deontay Stills, who did have a carry in the first half. So he picks up about 5 on the carry. So Deontay Stills is in the backfield there with Skylar Coffey at the quarterback spot. They're going to give again. Stills off the right side. Oh, ball taken away. Number 14, Perales, has the ball running with it. Coffey knocks him down. He almost had 6 points. So Stills is running with the football, just taken out of his hand. It was like a handoff. He gave it to the defense. So great play by number 14 from Meade County. That's Julian Perales, and Perales has made a couple plays. He has been on the field. He's not JV. He's a varsity player. And so he just took it from Stills and took off going the other way. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but there he went. Good play by the quarterback there, Skylar Coffey, to get down the field and stop the touchdown. So 5:19 to go here, and Meade County will be threatening here. North Hardin's going to call a timeout, just as you almost always have to when you're getting your JV squad on the field. You're trying to figure out who's supposed to be in there. Which one of these guys is supposed to be a tackle? Who's our linebacker? Get out here.
You know what you're doing.
Well, that is always a problem, because when you call for the JV group, you don't always mean the JV group, because some of those guys have been playing a little bit with the varsity in the evening. You really want JV guys who haven't been in the game yet is who you're calling for. And so you almost always have to burn a timeout to get the right personnel on the field when you're trying to do this. So that's good. Coach Thompson's going to get a few guys on the field here. Hopefully for North Hardin, they can hold up here. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8 for this Meade County offense with 5:19 to go here. Down 41-7. But in scoring range, thanks to Julian Perales and whatever miracle he just pulled off. He's David Copperfield is what I'm going to call him. He did some sort of sleight of hand.
It's called thievery, right?
Hang on to your stuff. Julian's around. He's going to just take it. Malay's going to pull it there, and he is just wrapped up, man. 5 Trojans on him. Malay loses a yard. I'm not sure what name to call out. I'd have to look up some of the folks that are on the field, and there were 5 of them. So good run pursuit to the football by this Trojan defense, and Andrew Malay swallowed up. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 9, a loss of a yard. Clock is ticking. I believe for Meade County that is maybe Redmond, 16, at the running back spot. He's going to get the football over the left side. Not much there again. This offense, other than a 170-yard pass, 77-yard pass, just can't get anything going, and nothing different with the second group. May have been 86 Damiano Davis with the football. I'm not sure who they've got in there right now. I can't see the numbers from this far up in the press box. But could be Davis, 86. Or it could be a 16 Stone Redmond. Give straight ahead, breaking tackles. I think it's Redmond.
That is Redmond.
Down to the 1, just short, Stone Redmond. They're going to mark it inside the 1. So 350 and counting, and Stone Redmond from the 9 picks up 8 yards there. And just short of the goal line. Good run off the right side. 3rd and goal. Redmond again. Touchdown, Green Wave. Stone Redmond. Is that Redmond? They may have gone to 86 there. That may have been Damiano Davis. So now Davis. They both have a 6 on the end of their number, and I can't see the other side of the jersey there, but that was Davis that time. Not Redmond. So Davis comes in, and Davis is going to put the ball in the end zone. That'll bring on Carter McCoy to attempt the point after. with 3:32 to go. Both teams scoring at will here in this fourth quarter. We've had 28 points scored here in the fourth quarter.
Not the greatest defensive stand.
The defense is not holding up here in this fourth quarter. Again, maybe turnover was a problem for that North Hardin defense on that situation.
Except for the man who stole the ball.
Yeah. So 3:32 to go. Trojans 41, Green Wave 14. This is an HCEC-TV student production, Division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, Blue Ribbon Renovations, a Mark Harris Company, and E-Town Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew, Noah Miller, Jeremy Miller, Grace Lother, Kyler Barkley, and John White. I would also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact nfhs.com to subscribe today. There will not be a game next week. Thanks for reminding me, Jeff. We were originally scheduled. Well, Meade County's got a new kicker on the field here. That is not Carter McCoy. This is 83. I'll get back to that announcement in just a moment. That's Grayson Pollock. So Pollock will come on to kick off. We will not be on the air next week for a game, originally scheduled game, Evangel Christian. That ball will go out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Evangel Christian in Elizabethtown was the originally scheduled game for next Friday night, and that game has been canceled. And we are not picking up another local game. I don't know that we have another local game on the calendar. Everything seems to be, I believe, out of town next week. So we will not be airing next week. The following week we will be at Meade County for Central Hardin and Meade County. So that's what we will have coming up for you, but no game next week. I am not 100% sure what happened with that game. I've only heard rumors, so I can't really speculate on what's going on, but that is not a cancellation on the E-Town side. Yeah. The football program at Evangel has been canceled. Again, I'm not going to speculate specifically, but they've had some problems in the program, and I've heard rumor, but I'm not going to repeat those rumors. But it's they've shut down the program for the year. For the rest of the year. They're done playing football for this season. So unfortunate for some of those boys on that team, but certainly bad situation there. There is a player down for Meade County. That's number 14, Paralis, who just made the big play on the last series. Taking the ball and running with it the other direction. And so,
man, you hate to see somebody get hurt.
Yeah.
In garbage time.
Yeah, Jeff's just saying you hate to see somebody hurt in garbage time. This game 41-14. There is no competition really going on here. Certainly these boys are going to be out here fighting and scrapping and clawing and doing what they can, especially these young kids who are getting a chance to play. But Julian Paralis has been a big part of this defense all game long, and so you've got one of your starters on the field, and now in what we would call garbage time, where the game is not in doubt, we got a guy down. Now Paralis is up, walking off the field under his own power, so that's really good news for this Meade County crew moving forward. So Paralis will head to the sideline, and this North Hardin offense will come back to the line of scrimmage. Again, Skylar Coffey is at the quarterback position. Goodness gracious, these silver numbers are so hard to see, but I think it's 34 at the running back spot. I believe that's Jackson Lent, number 34, in the backfield. Meade County playing a 4-man front look. This is what the varsity should have been playing, Jeff. They're in a 4-4 look here with an extra guy up front. Lent's going to make one man miss. Coffey gets ahead of him, throws a block, and Lent's going to pick up about 6 yards and a first down. Nice play by the quarterback, Coffey, to get out in front.
So they obviously have that in
Oh, yeah, Jeff is speculating they have that defensive front look. They absolutely do, Jeff. I mean, again, Coach Mofield's been there for years. They've been a 4-4 team that has gone to this 3-man front look to play against spread offenses. I don't know if they're supposed to have 5 down linemen right now, but they certainly do.
One too many because he was offside.
Yeah, number 19 jumps. Oh, Meade County went first. Wow. Okay, Meade County jumps first, and the wide receiver. Big number 79 for Meade County, jumping off sides a little early there. Their nose tackler, one technique. Nick Finn was ready to go. Ball not snapped, however. So Finn getting set again here. Ball is on the 49-yard line in Green Wave territory. They're going to give it to Lent. He's got 2 guys on him in the backfield immediately. He breaks both tackles. He's going to gain 2 yards after breaking about 4 tackles. Nice play by Lent there to pick up 2. So, yeah, man, that was like a magician getting out of that escape artist. Don't often say, what a great run on a 2-yard carry. But he had to break 4 tackles to get 2 yards there. So 2:06 and counting here. Ball at the Meade County 48-yard line now. 2nd down and 4 after the penalty before. 1-yard gain there by Lent. I was going to give him 2. I was being generous. They're going to give again. And unfortunately for Lent, it's the same 2 guys that seem to be in the backfield on every play. Number 10 and number 24 for Meade County are in the backfield to make the play. Number 10 is Grant King. That might be Lawson King's brother. He's a sophomore, is Grant King. Lawson is the senior wideout who scored a touchdown earlier. Number 24 is Cody Blevins, a junior, who is in the backfield as well. 3rd down and 6 now from the 50. They might throw the football here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Skyler is going to get the toss. When he is, they're going to throw a quick slant. He's got the receiver. 1st down for the Trojans. 1:02 to go. Good throw by Coffey. Good catch.
Number 10 is coming in unabated on the left side.
Yeah, that's King. Grant King blitz and was completely unblocked, and it was a good thing Coffey got rid of the football because King was in his face immediately there. I believe the catch was made by number 81 there. Jaquar Williams on the catch. So he's had a couple of big plays, an interception, and now a pass catch. So he's going to have some stories to tell tonight. Quarterback Coffey under center is going to take the snap and take a knee, and now the clock is stopped. The clock should be running when we do that. There we go. We got it rolling again. All right. And so we're going to bring this to an end as the clock is running down. 24 seconds. They're not going to spot the ball so that the Trojans have to run another play. So time is running out. And, Jeff, again, we've got another situation where we didn't have much of a second half competitive. Hopefully we'll get a competitive ball game coming up. So I would highly recommend, folks, as we do not have a game on the schedule for next week with the cancellation of the Evangel Christian E-Town game, get out to a high school football game next Friday night. Enjoy that if you can. If you're someone who can't get out and you enjoy listening to us on the air, bringing you this Hardin County football action, I want to give a thanks to those students, John White in the truck, who help us bring that action to you. We won't be with you next week, but we will be back the following week on the 15th. We'll be at Meade County for Central Hardin, Meade County, checking in on these 6A district contests, and so we'll be back in action a couple weeks from now. We'll miss you between now and then, but for Jeff Knoll, this is Paul Gray. Good night, everybody.